Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We're here speaking with who I believe is Riki, who we need to get for a little information, but I'm a little interested in his archery apparently, so let's find out about that.
It's just that I sometimes try my hand at archery too.
Try your hand, do you? I know plenty who do. When you can score as high as me at chumps, then I might be impressed.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
Never played chumps? And you call yourself an archer? All right, Henry, listen up. Chumps is a game for real archers. It tests your strength, stamina, and accuracy. And it can be a nice little earner. Unless you're, well, a chump.
So what exactly is it?
I'll tell you. A bunch of logs are floated down the river. Then you count to 20, and the archers run along the banks after the logs. At the end of the course, someone collects all the logs and counts the strikes. Whoever has the most, always meaning me, wins the bout. Each archer has 20 arrows with their own colored fletching, and the contest ends when the last log floats through the finish line.
Sounds like good fun.
Fun? My friend, it will bring you out in a proper sweat, and you'll be well pleased to hit just 1 or 2 blocks. So how about it then? Fancy a bout? You'll need your own bow, but I'll supply the arrows with colored fletching.
It sounds like a good time, but maybe some other time. I have some other questions for you real quick.
Sounds interesting. Maybe some other time.
Well, if you ever want to gamble away pots of money, just ask.
I'm looking for a fellow called Riki. Do you know him?
You mean Hynek? He's the tanner's son, isn't he?
Any idea where I could find him?
I don't know. Try at his folks' house, but he doesn't spend much time there.
So you know this Hynek. Can you tell me something about him?
Not much, I confess. Most of the village folk avoid him like the plague.
Why's that?
No one with a nose likes spending too much time around tanners. And that Riki keeps bad company. I've never heard a good word said about him.
What can you tell me about the old courier?
He's as cantankerous as a hog in a thorn bush. He won't talk to anyone.
Why do they call Hynek Riki anyway?
He's a tanner, isn't he? If you're ever downwind of him, you'll understand. Tanning isn't a trade for the weak of stomach.
True enough, but not every courier gets cursed with a name like that.
Well, Hynek's nature's no sweeter than his smell.
Why has he got such a bad name?
Well, like his old man, he doesn't talk much to anyone. And then he's always skulking off somewhere. I heard he got a taste of the pillory in Ratai for thieving. And in Neuhof, he got boozed up in the alehouse with his cronies, and they beat up some merchants.
So a bit more than high spirits.
Just so. We're all honest folk here, and we've no use for the likes of him.
Don't tell me there's not a single person who talks to him.
He's been seen around with one of the bathhouse wenches. Adela, I believe she's called. Farewell.
Okay, well that gives me a little bit of information. Now I just have to find this bathhouse and who's been talking to him, I guess. Gossip is her name? Her name is Gossip, is that correct?
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around with him, of course.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wench. Same thing. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm looking for. Okay, so I have to find the bathhouse. Where would one find a bathhouse? I don't happen to have it marked, do I? No, there's plenty of places up here, though. So I need to turn myself around and just run through town to see what I can find. Am I headed in the correct direction now? Yes, I am. Okay. We have to run past all these houses until we find one that's the bathhouse. I don't know if they're actually in town or if they're outside of town. I know in Ratai, for example, they're outside of town. There's some stables here. This is where the miller is, almost certainly. Yeah, that's the miller. Alright, Pebbles can't jump that fence for some reason. He's good at jumping other fences, but that one, not so much. What about you over here? Is this a bathhouse, by chance? The baker. Not quite what I was looking for. It seems like the past few quests have been nothing but me looking around for something. It's unfortunate. I would like it to not be that, but that's what it is. Okay, the butcher. Here's like a general trader, it looks like. Tailor, of course. Yes, that's the tailor right there. I don't think that the bathhouse is going to be in town. I think it's going to be outside of town. Because it's sort of a, sort of a place where you get some fun. Well, I just don't think they're going to put the whorehouse in the middle of town. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm stuck. Alright, let's go. But there's nowhere else really to look. Where else would it be? I could talk to Riki's father if that's what I want to do. Oh, it actually marked it with C for me. I was unaware. Okay, so let's just put a little marker on that real quick if we can. Right there. That'll let me know where I need to go. Okay. I didn't realize that they had marked it. I just saw on the top of my screen that A was highlighting the whole area. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time. Oh no! Pebbles got stuck on top of the table. Oh no, Pebbles! Okay, don't worry about it. I'll make it on my own, Pebbles. You don't have to worry about it. Here's the bathhouse now.
I heard you've been seeing Hynek, the tanner's son.
So what? Come to preach at me, have you? That I'm a loose woman, a sinner, that I seduce decent men?
God, no, nothing like that. It's just that you're the only one in the village who sees Hynek, so I came to ask you about him.
Aye, I've seen him often enough, but I don't know what I could tell you about him.
Where can I find Hynek?
I haven't seen him in the village for a few days. He must have run off to the woods again.
Does he do that often?
From time to time.
What the hell does he get up to there?
I don't know.
Sounds like you probably know and you just don't want to tell me. Well, don't worry about that. Look, I could go with I'm a friend of Hynek's. I'm actually just gonna... I'll be a little bit truthful. It sounds like he's up to something.
He goes to the woods from time to time. That smells fishy to me.
What do you mean? There's no law against it, is there?
With all the footpads, looters, cumans, and God knows what other vermin around, it's not the sort of thing an honest man would do.
But Hynek doesn't have anything to do with those people.
Oh, really? Then what does he do there? I don't imagine he's gathering mushrooms.
I really don't know what you want from me. So Hynek is a bit odd and sometimes he goes off into the woods. So what?
When did you last see him?
A few days ago. He came to me late in the evening, drunk.
And that was unusual?
I never saw him drink much. He always came to me sober.
So he was acting strangely that evening?
He was strange. I had the feeling he was afraid of something. He keeps prattling on and didn't seem to care about you know what. So I threw him out and I haven't seen him since.
When did you last
Whoops,
see him?
I didn't mean to select the same thing. Sorry, skip past all that.
Can you remember anything he said that evening?
Oh, I'm not sure. He went on about some fellow called Lubosh who died. That he was regretting he ever got into it. But he never said what it was. And that it wasn't worth it for the money. Aye. And then he was talking about the money. That was very odd.
What did he say about the money?
Just that he had a pile of it hidden behind his house.
I see. What did you say to that?
What could I say? He was drunk. He kept saying I was a fine girl, and other harlots wouldn't go with him even for money. And if I wanted, I could even take half the money and leave. Or he'd go with me, and we could get married and such. All just poppycock.
Did he tell you exactly where he hid it?
He said he buried it at his father's small holding in the western corner.
All right, thank you. Did you go there for a look?
No, I've got better things to do. Obviously he made it up. Where would a layabout like him get so much coin?
Yes, I understand.
Take care.
Well, it doesn't matter to me whether or not she went looking for it because I am going to go find it myself. I just have to get to his father's house, which is this direction, I do believe. Is everything marked? Yes, it is. Find Riki's stash somewhere. She said in the western corner. Something like that. So I guess let's head there. We're going to talk to the father real quick as well. Pebbles, have you freed yourself?
Yeah.
That's certainly going to make things a little bit easier getting there. However, we're going to talk to his father next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please join me in the next episode when we talk to Riki's father and find his stash. You guys have a good one.